Welcome to this seminar. The purpose of this session is to help you with any final concerns you may have about the submission of your assignment. In a few minutes, I will open the seminar in Adobe Connect. But there are now just a few days before submitting your assignment. And so here are a few things to check and ideas that may raise questions for you in the discussion seminar later. Have you covered all the questions? You'd be surprised how many people do not. Have you made full use of the permitted word count? Again, you'd be surprised how many people do not do that. Have you checked your similarity score and made any changes and resubmitted if necessary? Have you proofread your final draft? Have you checked that your referencing meets the Harvard format? And make sure you submit well before the deadline to avoid a very slow upload and Turnitin receipt as you get closer to the deadline. Turnitin. We discussed the use of Turnitin earlier in the module, but please remember that submitting via Turnitin is a requirement. This is not an option, so sending your assignment to your tutor or to your student support team does not remove the requirement for you to submit via Turnitin. Only in extreme circumstances will the support team upload your assignment for you. Please note, tutors do not have the authority or the capacity to do that. And please don't leave it until the last 48 hours, and in particular, the last 24 hours to submit the assignment. You have been given 5 weeks to submit, so this is why we are less than sympathetic to excuses for not being able to submit in the last few hours or even seconds of the deadline. This would not be acceptable at work, and it is not acceptable here either. I know this sounds harsh, but self-management and timekeeping are important transferable skills that successful students must have or develop during this program. You'd be amazed how many students do leave things very late. As a consequence, Turnitin groans under the weight of thousands of last-minute assignments, and students get worried and bombard the tutor, the IT section, and the student support team, none of whom have any time left to help at that stage. So avoid the pain, submit early. But what if something really, genuinely goes wrong? Not of your own making, but a serious impediment to getting your assignment submitted on time. Okay, there are some things you can do. If it is more than 48 hours before the hand-in deadline, you may be able to defer if you need to. Contact the support team and let them know the problem. From 48 hours up until the deadline, you cannot defer as of right. But you may have a mitigating circumstance, such as illness, family bereavement, etc., and still be able to defer. So contact the support team. They may be able to help. If not, and we don't hear from you, and you fail to submit, you will receive a 0 grade. Finally, you simply missed the deadline. Well, still submit and tell the team why you missed the deadline. If it is our fault, for example an IT problem, we will still accept your assignment. If there is a mitigating circumstance that's acceptable, you may be able to submit that later and still receive a grade. If none of these things apply, you will receive a 0 grade. That is it for now. I'm sure you're going to have many more questions, so I'm going to open up the Adobe Connect link and you can ask away.